Today we're working on translation of functions. So I have just a little visual right here, super high tech, right? Okay, so I just cut out a cute little parabola just so you can get the visual. So let's say we're starting right there at 0, 0. If I need to translate or move this parabola right and up, and then it would end up there. We're not talking about reflection in this video, just translation. Sometimes you're translating a function that is not starting at the origin. So let's say it starts right there. And then if you move up and right, it would end up over there. Sometimes you move up, but not enough to be on the positive side on the y-axis and just a little to the right. So we're going to cover a couple of these topics right there. It's just so you have the visual. Okay, so here we go. We're trying to find g of x, where g of x is a translation 2 units to the right and 2 units down of f of x. And f of x is just x. Remember that x is just a linear function, straight x. Okay, so here I have f of x, and I will do the translation. So I'm translating 2 units right. Whatever my f of x was, I will get x and move right. So remember, right, it's minus 2. And then down 8 units, so minus 8. Okay, my f of x is just x. So right here, I just have x minus 2 because it's right, minus 8 because it's down. And then I just clean that up. So my final answer is g of x is x minus 10. Another one. So translation 9 units up of this function. That's one of the silly examples I gave in the beginning. So you're translating a quadratic function or just a parabola that was not starting at the origin. So this one was starting 5 units to the right and 8 units down. It would be over here somewhere. Okay? And you just need to move or translate 9 units up. So 9 units up. Where would that be? What is the new function? So here we go. So it's not talking anything about the vertical stretch. So that one doesn't change. And it's not talking about moving left or right. So that one doesn't change either. The only one that would change is the vertical shift up and down. That one right there. So I have to add 9 to negative 8. That right there. So g of x, 5, that's the vertical stretch. That doesn't change. Leave it alone. So x minus 5 squared. That doesn't change either because we're not translating left and right. We're only translating up. So add 9 to negative 8. I have plus 1. Next one, we're translating 6 units right of this function that is not starting at the origin. So here we go. It's not talking anything about the vertical stretch, and it's not talking about vertical translation. So this moves up and down. This is the stretch or compression, in this case, stretch. So these guys don't change. The only thing we're changing is the right and left. So I will subtract, because it's going right, subtract 6 from negative 1. So g of x, I have negative 10 because that didn't change. Subtract 6 from negative 1. That gives you negative 7. And then this negative 7 was from the vertical translation that was from the original. Last one. So now we're having 2 translations from 1. Okay, watch out for this one because it's linear. It's a little icky, but so I'm going to color code this. So we have 7 units down. When we're talking up and down, we're talking the vertical. And when we're talking 1 unit right, pink. we're talking side to side. Okay, so hang in there with me. So I have g of x was the original function. So f of x, I will have to go 1 unit right, so x minus 1, and also 7 units down, so minus 7. Why am I writing it this way? Why does it look funny? Well, I know that I'm doing the composition function one way or another, but the others were easy to see. Watch out for the linear, okay? So the 1 unit to the right, that's where this one came from. And then 7 units down, that's where this one came from, okay? So now I'll go ahead and use this function because right now it's just my notation. So here I go. My function is negative 8. Now x is x minus 1 now because I'm translating right. And then minus 2. This minus 2 came from over here. From over here. And then minus 7. And you know where the negative 7 or the minus 7 came from. We're translating down. You can't even see its screen. How about yellow? Can we do yellow? Ah, there it is. Okay. All right. Distribute negative 8. Clean it up. And here you have your final function. G of x, I have negative 8x. And here I have minus 1. Watch out for the linear transformations. They might get you. Good luck.